13 mitigator Ford Fusion. I'd like to thank you for listening to Let's Talk Racing.tv.
Driver of the number 5 Kiker Motorsports Camry. Welcome to Let's Talk Racing TV.
I'm Kimberle with Rockingham Speedway. Thanks for listening to Let's Talk Racing.
I'm Timothy Peter, driver of the number 17 Toyota in the NASCAR Camp World Truck Series, and you're listening to Let's Talk Racing.
Hey guys, I'm Daytona 500 winner Trevor Bain, and thank you for watching Let's Talk Racing.
Hi, this is Dylan Smith. I'd like to thank you for listening to Let's Talk Racing.
Hi, I'm Amber Colvin, and I'd like to thank you for watching Let's Talk Racing.
To graduate next year from
like
South
to welcome
Boston
everybody
area.
to Let's Talk Racing.
Yeah. Well, obviously Jeff and I graduated from there, and
We already are chatting with Kim Burton in the background here. Kim, do you like being called by Kim or Kimberle?
Kim.
All right. In case those of you don't know Kim Burton, she is the wife of Jeff Burton, racing in the number 31 Sprint Cup Series.
Caterpillar for Richard Childress Racing. And now you guys were high school sweethearts, right?
Yes. We started dating when I was 14 and he was 15.
Okay.
Ooh.
So you've been with him through his whole late model career, right on up into Sprint Cup.
Yep, exactly. He back then they didn't allow you to drive race cars till you were 16, and so he got a street stock car when he turned 16, and won the first race he ever drove in. So that was it. He was off and running.
I don't think if people might not realize, but Jeff is actually younger than Ward, and Jeff actually got into racing before Ward did, didn't he?
Yes, Jeff is about 6.5 years younger than Ward. Jeff wanted to race since he was 7. He raced go-karts and his middle brother Brian, but Ward went off in a different direction after high school. He was into the outdoors and motorcycling and stuff like that. And Jeff, right in high school, that's where his direction was in racing. So Ward got started a few years after Jeff did, when he made the decision he'd like to do it as well.
You've been through all this, and kind of explain what's it like being a racer's wife?
Well, there's so many aspects of it that you can talk about. Logistically, it's very crazy to try to raise a family and keep everything centered. Make sure that your children have normal childhood, chance to do what they want to do for hobbies and sports and things that they're interested in. Because logistically, to keep your family unit together when you're going all across the country, or he is, and then you can't when the kids get older, that's difficult. The racing part is hard for a lot of reasons. One, the danger in it, and being in it as long as we've been in, we've seen a lot of people hurt and a lot of people killed. The sport's come a long way, but it's still not 100% safe. So you worry about that. The competition side, it's really, really hard to be successful. So when you are successful and then you have down years like Jeff's been having, it's really, really hard to deal with that too. It's hard when you're successful because everybody wants a part of you, and it's hard when you're not because you want to be successful. So, you know, there's just a lot of aspects to it. And one of the things, too, that I think people don't think about is that in order to make everything work, you have to be a centered person. And you have to not let yourself be enveloped by this whole deal. You have to still have your own identity, still have your own dreams and your own, you know, things that make you tick. You can't be just Mrs. Jeff Burton. I have to be Kim Burton. I have to be, you know, Harrison and Kate's mom. But I also have to have, you know, some sense of myself.
You still have to be you.
Right. Well, I mean, I don't want to be, you know, I want to have my own, competitive sport that I work towards. I want to have my own accomplishments. I want to have my own business dealings, which I do. I own half of a marketing company, and so I want to have things that I do on my own that are just my accomplishments, not that I work with Jeff.
But now you still work really closely with Jeff. You still go all the races. I mean, I understand you still want a life of your own.
Right.
But you're still heavily involved.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I still do all the financials for our company. I still do all the contracts. I still review all the business information comes through me. And so, for sure, I'm totally involved in it. But what I'm saying is that even though I'm totally involved in it, I still want to have a part of myself that's just for me. And so for me, that's my riding. My daughter and I ride competitively in the horse show circuit. And I really, really, really enjoy learning and getting better and competing, you know, on my own.
What do you do in the horses? I'm kind of curious.
What we do is called hunter jumpers. I don't know if you've seen the Olympics where horse and rider goes around a course of about 12 to 18 jumps. And it's in the jumpers you go for speed and you can't let one of the rails fall.
Change your name.
In the hunters, you don't go for speed. You still jump. The courses are different, but they are judged on the horse's accuracy, your whole position, everything about your round is judged by a judge, sort of like ice skating on a horse and going over jumps. So in the jumpers, you want to be technical and correct, because if you don't, you wreck. But you don't. If you have a foot out of place, they don't care. It's just you get over it, and you get over it clean.
Right.
And the hunters is just a little bit different. Paige does the jumpers and the hunters, but she loves the jumpers. And I do the hunters right now. That I'm riding one of her jumpers right now. I think I'm going to step into the jumper mode a little bit this summer.
Oh, that'll be cool.
Yeah, Jeff doesn't like the hunters. Anything with a judge in it, he can't. He likes speed, the clock. He knows what he's looking at. When he looks at the hunters, he's like, I'm not sure if that was a good round or not.
I'm the same way. Both of my daughters are into horses too, so I know exactly what you're talking about. You know, and I'm not into the judges either. They're just
some politics in that.
Yeah, there's some politics, or you know, what color of horse do you like?
Yeah. Well, in the level that we're in, it's a little bit past the color. It's more, you know, who you ride with, and if you've won before, they tend to look at you as expecting to do well, and they might overlook something that you haven't sort of. And if you have a new horse, they want you to get out there and prove it for a little while before they give you the first place ribbon. But actually, this winter, my horse, I got a new horse this November, and he and I did real well at West. So even though he was new, even though I'm sort of new to the top rank as well. So, you know, mostly the judging is there. Every now and then some politics come in. It's
getting better. I agree with you on that. I'm sure Jeff supports you a lot when you guys go do all this and I can't even say equestrian. When you go do all this, does he go with you to the shows and all that?
We have Harrison who races late model and raced quarter midget for 3 years before that. And so in the wintertime, most of the time he does go with Harrison with his racing, but he'll take a couple of weekends and come with us and show. It's really hard on him because either for Harrison or for Paige, once the season starts and is going, he can't go to his kids' events because his kids' events are on the weekend and that's when he works.
Right.
So he doesn't get to see Paige compete and he doesn't get to see Harrison race. And it really, really is hard, you know, as a parent. And he has to turn a lot of that over to me and drives me crazy on the text messaging. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? I'm trying to keep everything going where I am and keep him informed. But, you know, that is one of the big negatives to his job is that, you know, you don't have a sick day. You can't call in and have, you know, I need this weekend off because my kid's got a big competition. Just doesn't work that way. And, you know, people, that's one luxury we don't have.
Is to be able to go do that, yeah.
Yeah.
Jeff's only 40-some years old.
45, yep.
Is he 45?
Yeah.
I've actually had the privilege of meeting Ward, and I really enjoyed. He was really just kind of a down-to-home guy, and I hear Jeff's the same way. But how much further is Jeff going to go in his Sprint Cup career? I mean, is he still got that desire?
He still has the fire to win. That's not, you know, been in question. For the last 2 years, the situations that have been under him have been, you know, they just haven't worked, and for one reason or another, and that's tough to deal with. But he has a contract through the end of 2014, so I think long about the beginning of next year, he'll start really thinking about exactly what he wants to do, whether he wants to continue past that. You know, he's always been a racer since he was 7 years old. So I find it hard to believe that he's going to want to give that up, but we'll see.
I was trying to tell my girlfriend today about, you know, what's it kind of like being a girlfriend or a wife of a racer, and what you all do. You do a lot more than just go to the racetracks. You're involved with a lot of charities, and you do a lot of that on that side too, don't you? Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, I've been on the board. Well, I'm not on the board right now, but for 6 years I was on the board of the Duke Children's Hospital. We built the current building that they're in, and we started the NF clinic down there. I say we as a board, not just Jeff and I, but we had a lot of input in what was going on down there for those years, and we still work closely with that charity. For the last couple of years, I've been on the board of the Children's Institute for Pediatric Trauma, which Richard and Judy began, and that's taking off. And that is an organization that's working to get awareness out there and research done. People don't realize that trauma is the #1 killer of kids. It's not cancer or leukemia or anything like that. I mean, those are horrible things, and there is a lot of that. But trauma, ATV accidents, bike accidents, car accidents, those are the things that we haven't really addressed as a country. And the reason is because most people think, well, if you go to the emergency room, you get the same. Whether you're a child or an adult, they will treat you the same, and they found that that's not the case. Kids have to have different treatments, different ways of treating things than adults do. And the Institute is all about funding research and developing awareness about the fact that we need to advance the studies in trauma care. And that helmet, advancing helmets for kids, helmets. And I've obviously
Hey, Justin, this is
in
Roger.
the equestrian helmet.
Pretty good. I'm going to put you on hold for a
And
second.
so we're working closely with them on that. And we've done muscular dystrophy. We did the muscle team here in Charlotte for 4 or 5 years, heavily involved with our school, and just lots of small things as well. But those are our main family charity.
So, and you have time for horses?
Well, I stay up really late. I do a lot of my book work at 10 o'clock at night once I have Harrison's homework, and I get him organized. I don't have a schedule. I have a revolving schedule, and I don't. Matter of fact, I didn't feel well a couple weeks ago, and I said to Jeff, I said, I don't think this couch is very comfortable. And he said, yeah, I've been telling you that for a long time. I'm like, yeah, I know, I never sit on it. I didn't ever pay attention to it. It didn't matter to me. So I'm not one that sits and watches TV at night. I see a lot of people on Twitter that, but I don't have that luxury. If I want to keep everything going and get done what I want to get done and be able to take lessons riding during the day, I have to sacrifice some of that and do my work at night. But I make it work and work on the airplane and work in the motorhome and, work on the road. So, it all gets done.
You live a pretty busy life then.
Yeah, I do. I do. But, I enjoy it. I think if I didn't stay busy, I'd probably go crazy. So, that's good.
Now you've had another, and I got a couple other questions, but you had a pretty good privilege here. I believe it was last year. You got to do a ride in a cup car for a special competition.
Oh yeah, for the last couple of years that the 31 team has been in the pit crew competition, I got to sit in the car. They need a person that's really light because the more weight you add, the more they have to push when they push that car down the straightaway. So my job was to diet the week before and to make sure that that you keep the wheel straight. The main thing is if you let the wheel bobble, then that scrubs speed too. So I went up and had training at the shop, and they've done very well with it. They won it 1 year, so that was exciting, and I got to experience that. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it seemed like you were having a really good time with that. I can remember that.
I was serious, boy. I was serious. I didn't want to be the one that screwed it up. And one lady, I don't even remember who it was, couldn't get her car stopped, and that almost happened to me because there's no power brake, so you have to pump the brakes. And they push you down, and you go down this little hill. Well, there is a sharp 90-degree turn, and you don't make it, and you rip up the front of the car. And you're using your Talladega car, so you don't really want to mess up.
Uh-oh.
So that was a little stressful, I was making sure, okay, I don't want to wreck this car, and I don't want to be embarrassed like that, so.
Well, you didn't, and you did a great job. And like you said, you guys won that year.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Cliff Fitchett?
Yeah.
A fan of ours wanted to tell you and Jeff hi. Cliff, so I'm passing that along.
Cliff used to be on the show with us, and he's moved out further away down toward Emporia, so he doesn't get to come out here as much.
He doesn't get to come up as much.
Oh, well, hello, Cliff.
So, what's in store? What do we got going on, Kim? I know you got a busy summer, but getting ready here, not too long to have your race in your hometown, I guess you could say.
Yeah, that's everybody thinks that we are so much more busy when we race at home. And people do, ask you to do things because you're at home, but for me it's no more different than the race, except we get to sleep in our bed, which is great. But as far as being busy, Harrison's got a busy race schedule. He's going to be racing a lot of pro late model stock car races. Which to me, it just blows my mind they can do that at 12. But he's doing that and loving it. And we've got horse competitions coming up in Kentucky and Atlanta and Charleston. And so mostly our summer will be spent on the move.
On the move. Well, listen, we're going to let you go here because you're such a busy lady, and I want to thank you for coming on. And, tell Jeff we said hi and best of luck. I always pull for Jeff. He's one of my favorites.
Thank you. I appreciate it. He's one of my favorites, too.
I hope so.
And good luck with the horse jumping and the hunter and jumping, and be safe out there, and we'll talk to you again soon.
Okay.
We're going to have to schedule more time for her next time.
Next time.
Yeah, we'll get you on here a little longer next time.
All right.
All right. Thanks, Kim. Oh, wait, whatever. Everything's shutting down. Hold on.
Hit speaker.
I did.
Now hit the line, then hit speaker again.
I just hung up.
Hung up with Jeff?
Okay, and then the computer dies.
You're really good.
I'm killing everything tonight. Yes! I am so good at this. It did. What did it do?
Go ahead and answer. That should be Justin. Yep.
Let's talk racing.
Hey, this is Justin Fiedler.
Justin, I hung up on you. I'm sorry, buddy. And I'm killing. My computer died, and I hung up on you, and everything's just going wonderful tonight.
Sounds good.
Justin Fiedler, Front Row Motorsports tire changer, right?
Yes, sir.
How old are you, and how long you been doing this? See?
Says the story.
I am 29, and this is my 7th year changing tires. It's my 3rd full year in the Cup Series.
3rd full year. And who are you changing for?
I'm on the back of the 34 with David Reagan.
The 34?
David Reagan.
Mm-hmm.
David Reagan, okay. Tells you how much I've been following NASCAR this year.
I talked to David at Richmond this past weekend when he was doing the late model race.
Okay. How do you like doing the tire changing?
I love it. I don't want to do anything else.
Really?
Yeah.
How's your knees holding up?
I was getting ready to ask, how's the body holding up?
I'm okay. I've been pretty lucky. I haven't had too many injuries. Knees still feel good and all that kind of stuff. And I told my wife I would do it as long as my knees felt good, as soon as my body starts doing around, and then obviously would start looking at doing something else. But so far, so good.
Well, good. How did you tell everybody how you kind of got into it and how this got started?
Actually, my dad works in racing also. He drives a hauler for Justin Allgaier in the Nationwide Series. And he actually was in the sport before I was. And I graduated from college and just was not ready to go kind of work an 8-to-5 job. And moved back to Charlotte and went through the pit instruction and training up there in Mooresville. Went through the school there and kind of been off and running ever since.
Yeah. I take it you're enjoying it?
Oh, yeah, no, it's amazing.
You guys get, like you said, you're a rear tire changer. It can get pretty hairy out there. How many hairy moments have you had here?
I've had a few. Actually had one big one this weekend at Richmond. Kyle Busch was pitted right behind us and had a couple of tight moments with him. Just with David this weekend, we had a really good run. We were on the lead lap almost the whole race. So every time we come down pit road, we're coming to pit road with the leader. So we got Boyer on one side of us and Kyle Busch on the other. So we're it's a tight pit road there, and Kyle's trying to get all he can. So a couple times I looked up as I was getting on that right side and saw a bunch of M&Ms, but all good. Gave me enough room, and I've been lucky up to this point in my career to not have any major injuries from getting hit, but knock on wood.
Do you ever get these drivers and these guys coming up to you maybe after a race saying, "Man, I'm sorry"? Are they pretty respectful to y'all?
I mean, they have been in my in my cases. Kyle actually immediately rated his spotter, and our spotter got on the radio and said, "Hey, Kyle said he was sorry." So I mean, they know we're trying to work, and we're trying to let them work, obviously, and they know. and I think that's one of the things when you step off the wall, especially when you're racing around guys like Kyle Busch and that kind of thing. Like, you know, they're going to get all they can, but you know that they're not going to do something ridiculous and put you in a bad spot. So, you know, you kind of put some faith in them, and you know, very rarely do things go that badly on pit road. So
it's very much a rarity of these days, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, you don't see it near like you did, you know, maybe 5, 10, even, you know, 15 years ago and beyond. Before then, you know, when there was no, you know, speed limit on pit road. You know, most places now, pit stalls are pretty big, and you know, guys are respectful, and you know, with the pit road speeds and stuff like that, it doesn't happen as much as it did. It still happens from time to time, but you know, it's happening a lot less.
What, you know, that's a good question, and a lot of people probably don't realize it, but tracks have different pit stall sizes, don't they?
Oh yeah, it's different everywhere you go. You know, the standard is I think 15 or 18 by 30. But I mean, it depends. We were, you know, California Speedway, 4 or 5 races ago. It's huge pit stalls, you know. And then you go to Martinsville, which has very, very small pit stalls. In a place like California is challenging with the big pit stalls because, you know, the driver's never going to stop exactly in the same place, so you're trying to adjust. And then you go to Martinsville, and you know, when everybody comes to pit road, everybody's working on top of each other, and so you just trying to make sure that, you know, your guys are safe and that you can get the job done and try to be, you know, as much not in the way as you can, you know, over the course of a race.
Yeah. This is kind of a two-part question here. Best moment, worst moment in your career. You know, I'll leave that wide open, but best moment and worst moment.
Best moment, I don't know that I would say I have one. I have pitted the last couple of years for Richard Petty Motorsports, got to win a couple of races with Mark Ambrose. Being a part of those was, you know, unbelievable. Last year winning the way it happened, coming down the end with Keselowski and Ambrose kind of beating on each other, and after the race, you know, the cars come down pit road, and Brad Keselowski pulled his car in front of our pit stall, got out of his race car with a big smile on his face, and shook all of our hands, like all the crew guys. I mean, that to me was unbelievable. I will always have respect for Brad Keselowski because of that.
Hang on a couple of minutes. We've got
the worst moment. You know, I don't know that I could say I've had a worst moment on many. You know, everybody has bad pit stops, bad races. But you kind of deal with them, and you know, you keep going. You know, it's kind of like, you know, playing quarterback in the NFL. You got to have a short memory. So, you know, I'm not going to say that I really have a worst moment, but, you know, obviously hanging lug nuts and having lug nuts on the ground, that's never a good thing.
Yeah. But it does happen. It not by, you know, usually anybody's fault. It's just one of those, it happens.
Oh, yeah, no, it's, you know, it happens to everybody. You know, even the best guys, you know, have issues sometimes. It's just, you know, doing what we do is very precise, and you know, even the smallest little thing that goes wrong, it can create much larger problems. So, I mean, it happens to everybody. It will happen to everybody, and it's more a matter of how you deal with it.
Right. And you get to see a lot of brawls, don't you?
Yeah, we've seen a few here.
I ask you that because there was a couple at Richmond. I think the weekend before there was a brawl or two, and they usually end up down there on pit road. And
yeah, actually I put a nationwide car too. I do Eric McClure in the nationwide series, the 14 hefty car, and I didn't see the initial brawl at the racetrack, but actually outside the racetrack, we walked by, like literally it happened right behind us. We walked to our car, we're coming out, and there's a big crowd of people, police cars, ambulance, the whole thing. So try to stay away from that stuff as much as possible. You know, seeing those guys this week get fined $15,000, there's not so many crew guys that can afford, you know, a fine like that. So, you know, you try to avoid that stuff as much as possible.
And I don't think a lot of people realize, as a crew member, you're responsible for them fines.
Yeah, no, that's on my license. So, you know, hopefully, you know, I don't know if those guys are going to keep their jobs up at RCR or not, but, you know, hopefully Richard helps them out there, because I know that if that happened to me, I wouldn't be able to afford that.
Well, yeah, me neither. I know that. What's your, now, you know, we can sit here and look at it, but there's been a couple of guys that were tire changers and crew members working up to crew chief. Any aspirations to do this?
No, absolutely not. I am where I want to be. I mean, obviously, you want to, be in competitive situations and try to, maximize, the amount of money you can make and that kind of thing. But, a tire changer in the Cup Series is as far as I want to go. I don't have the mechanical background that a lot of those guys had. I don't work in the shop during the week. So this, just fitting race cars is what I want to do and is where I want to be. A lot of respect for the guys that do that kind of stuff, that put in the long hours in the shop and build the race cars so that we can go race on the weekends. But it's definitely not for me.
Definitely not for you. You're happy right where you're at. Okay, you're not working in the shop. What do you do during the week?
I actually work part-time for the Independent Tribune newspaper in Concord. I do church news, and I keep up with the event calendar and do birthdays and different celebrations. And for a little while last year, I had a column that appeared about kind of my racing. And my racing life appeared once a week in the paper. So I'm kind of a jack of all trades there.
So your reporter, is that kind of what you were, college bound? Is that what you did?
Actually, I have a bachelor's degree in marketing, so I took the job because I had a little bit of a history working for newspapers, and it was something that I could help fit with my schedule, and I could go to practices and that kind of thing, and it keeps me from spending my entire days playing golf. So,
well, I'm going to wish you luck on your next golf game. We're sitting here. I'm running. Well, I was running behind, and now everybody's running behind. So, anybody you need to thank? I know you guys, sponsors or anything. I don't know if you guys get sponsors or not, but anybody you want to thank?
I mean, thank you guys for having me on tonight, and we can, do it again sometime. Let me know.
Love to have you on here again.
All right, thank you.
All right, man. Take care.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, 2. Oh,
You hit speaker to hang him up, then go back.
Wait. Are you there?
No, he's not. He is now. Speaker to hang up, then push the line and speaker again to pick up.
Okay, I hit it.
Push the line and then speaker.
Let's talk racing.
What's up, guys?
Hey, Ricky, I'm sorry I hung up on you.
That's twice. Third time.
That's twice.
We're going to beat you like a red-haired stepchild.
Yeah, I'm about to get used to it.
Yeah, well, I haven't done this in a while. We've got Ricky Byers on the phone, ARCA, and Craftsman truck driver, right?
Yeah, I just got off a ride in the truck series.
And you're also a survivor.
2-time guest for Survivor. I pretty much given up on racing because of sponsorship, and a guy came to me, it was some Top Guys equipment a week or so ago, and offered me a ride. Told me if I could bring a couple of associate sponsors, we could race it full time, help with cancer patients.
So we're running trucks, right?
Yes, we will be.
Will be, okay. You still doing the ARCA thing then? Now that you're kind of going into the trucks?
Well, we tried for ARCA and never could get proper funding, so I was always in, little great equipment, so I pretty much gave up on racing because I didn't want to run any start parks or some equipment that wasn't really worth being in. So I had to stall call.
Are we looking at just doing a handful of races this year?
Well, if we could find a couple of good associate sponsors, we want to run the rest of the year.
Do the rest of the year.
That's the plan.
Well, I hope that does work out for you. I hope you can get that done. I'd like to see you racing. You've been racing quite a long time. Tell us how long you've been racing and how you kind of got into it.
I raced for 20 years, dirt track, playing around, having some fun, winning some championships, and I kind of got broke
milk cancer guy at a racing. Then I saw it as my opportunity to get back to racing and milk cancer patients. So I started a nonprofit foundation and went to the ARCA series and was approved immediately. And we just could put the funding together to go racing full time. So we got some low-grade equipment. Didn't really qualify for the race. We wrecked at Pocono for having 2 blowouts that hit the wall of Pocono. The team didn't have the money to fix the car, so we ran a start park. So I just pretty much gave up because I didn't want to be in low-grade equipment. So this team come to me, which we're hopefully going to announce next week. They've got a primary sponsor just looking for a couple of associates for us to run full-time in truck series.
And you've been running trucks before, right?
No, I've never raced a truck before.
Oh, okay. I thought you had. I remember you being in ARCA. I thought you had gone up and run trucks a couple of times.
Well, we were part of sponsorship by some so-called marketing people when we were going to run trucks. And that kind of fell apart, so it didn't happen.
Okay, that's what it was.
Yeah. I've been promised billions of dollars and never seen any of it.
Isn't that the way it usually works out?
Always.
Yeah. Where are you from? Let's kind of start on that. Where are you from? Where have you been racing at?
I'm from Birmingham, Alabama.
Birmingham, Alabama. And a lot of dirt racing down there, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. We had track championship at Talladega Short Track for 5 years. We raced at Phoenix City, Wilsonville. We held all total, we had 7 track championships. We probably won 140, 160 races. And we had a blast.
Wow. And now, when's going to be your first race? I know you're looking for associates, but when's going to be your first race?
Well, we're not 100% sure yet. We're still trying to look at the schedule. We tried to put something together to race this weekend, but it didn't happen. I would love to tell this to be my debut because that's where I'm from. But it didn't happen, so we're just working on trying to get the associates, and then we're going to go from there.
So we're not sure yet, but we know it's coming.
Oh yeah, it's coming.
Okay. Well, listen, I'm not going to keep you on here too long because I'm running late with everything, and I think I'm even late now.
No, you're not. You still got 7 minutes.
I would like to put the word out there. Anybody that does help us, we are a 501c3 nonprofit foundation, so our sponsorship is tax deductible. And all of our race winnings and everything goes back to cancer patients. 100%.
So 100% of your proceeds, earnings, are going to go right back to cancer patients.
100%. I'm not keeping a dime.
You're not going to keep a dime. Everything is right off. It's all tax deductible. If you want to sponsor Ricky Byers and this team, this is a good support system. This is something people need to get involved in. And this is what we need more of.
I've spent the past 5 years helping cancer patients travel all over the world, kind of putting the bill out of my pocket, and I'm just getting to the point I need help. I may talk to 30 or 40 cancer patients a week. That's just one person. I can't pay for everything. I want to race it.
You want to go racing and sometimes racing and raising awareness is better than paying for it.
Well, I mean, if we win $10,000 in a race, how many plane tickets can we buy to send somebody to a better doctor?
That's right.
So that's my goal. I want to take a talent I have for driving a race car to help other people. There's enough money spent on research. Now people just need to be sent to the best doctor.
Oh man, oh sorry.
Wake up.
He's mad.
Yeah.
He's complaining he's been working too hard today.
Man, I'll tell you, it's been 8 weeks here nonstop. I don't think I've had maybe one day off. So. Well, I'm like you. I want to go racing too, so I better work this hard. Oh, you are? You're not going to make the race? Oh, well, no, I know you're not going to race him, but are you still going to go down there?
Oh, yeah, I'll be there.
Okay. So, who's your sponsors now? Do we got anybody that we can promote here?
Right now, all we have is that Dave's primary sponsor, and they told me as of right now I can't release any of that. Probably next week we should be able to.
Be able to release it?
Yeah.
Okay.
The team name and the sponsorship that they have.
Well, cool. That would be good. Shoot, love to get you to call in and at least
keep us up to date.
Keep us up to date on it. Let us know who it is. You know, at least make sure we get a press release on it.
Did he get to do his Talladega testing?
Next week is that if we've got somebody that's talking to us now about possibly helping us. If so, I want to come and do the live show. I want to be in studio.
Dave's going to try to come up here next week to be in the studio.
Oh, you are? Oh, I'd love to have you up here.
That's the plan.
That's the plan? Okay, well, good. I'll even take part of the day off, and if you get up here early enough, I'll take you to lunch.
Well, you're going to have to put some filters on the camera because I'm a pretty ugly dude.
You gonna what?
I said you have to put some filters on the cameras because I'm a pretty ugly dude.
Well, you ain't seen me, have you?
No, my glasses are now.
Well, listen, you get up here. I'd love to have you up here and get you on the show. And like you said, if you come up early, you know, we'll take you out and get you some good seafood. I'm sure you like seafood.
Oh, of course.
Man, we got some great seafood around here.
And plus, we go to supper after the show anyway.
And supper, yeah, we feed you. We feed you. Wait until you see Doc. We eat well. You're just a what?
I can't say I've missed a meal lately.
Yeah, well, I was told today that I need to start putting back weight on. I'm starting to lose too much of it, but that's because of the work. So.
Next week we can get all this released.
So.
Tell everybody to check us out on Facebook and try to get everybody involved. Let's go have some cancellations.
Yes, sir. Ricky Byers on Facebook, and you got another Facebook.
There's Racing for a Cure, and I started my school, I think, over there in Hillenburg. Byers Driving America. We put Byers in the race car free of charge.
Oh, that's right. They're doing they're selling out tickets for a race car, and it's also to help so that some of the soldiers can get a ride along, and they're going to auction, or rather, they're raffling off an ARCA car.
That was I seen that on there. That and the Racing for a Cure. That's your deal.
Yes, Racing for a Cure and Byers Driving America, both mine.
Okay, Doc's kind of filling me in on here. Ricky, I walked in here 3 minutes before the show started. I don't know nothing what's going on.
Lost today.
Yeah.
He's always lost.
I'm lost, yeah. Oh. Racing for a Cure.
Driving America.
And Driving America, right? Veterans Driving America.
Yes.
Okay. And I remember seeing that. And that's a ride and drive program, too. Besides selling that ARCA car, you got a ride and drive deal going with it, too, right?
Right. We're auctioning off the ARCA car. We're selling 1,000 tickets for $10 a piece. We're taking that money. The veterans that can drive and want to drive, we're letting them drive the car. But the ones that can't, we're giving them ride-alongs.
So
the ones that can drive get to drive the car.
The ones that can drive,
can't, they'll do the ride along.
They'll go to the ride along. That's a cool deal, and that's all for the veterans. And at the end, somebody's getting this car, correct?
Correct.
Correct. And ARCA car, ready to roll.
Just ready to hit the track.
Ready to hit the track. Oh, Lord. I better get a couple of tickets for this.
Yeah, I need to send in a couple. That way, if we win, Terry will have an ARCA car.
There you
to
go.
race in.
Racing for a Cure, Veterans for... Veterans Driving America. I like that. And you're going to deliver it.
I'll personally deliver it myself.
Are you going to drive it down? You going to unload it a couple of blocks down the road and drive it up?
Of course, do some burnouts, cut some count outside the parking lot.
And there's the
Oh, there it is. There it is. Doc just put it up. Veterans Driving America, one track at a time. 07. That's a good-looking car, too. ARCA car. Got some flames on it with black paint. That thing is cool looking. Yep. So on Facebook, Veterans Driving America, one track at a time. Our buddy sent me a link to this, and I liked it. So,
I can say something you probably never heard. I am the first driver in any NASCAR series. We have our own skateboard for Veterans Driving America.
you have your own skateboard?
That was designed by Paul Smith, which makes all of Tony Hawk's boards.
Yeah.
And we sell those for the money for veterans.
Oh, wow. So you got it's your own skateboard. The guy that does Tony Hawk's is making them for you, and you're selling them just for this Drive America.
Just for veterans.
Just for veterans. Wow.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, that is really cool.
I'll help everybody I can. Everything is totally separate. But I mean, I try to help the veterans because we always do it. And I do everything I can to help cancer patients.
And you do that very well. I know you're a huge supporter of cancer. You've been through it twice already. So, and that's cool. You really like to give back, don't you?
That's what I think that's my goal in life, is to help everybody I can.
Cool. Well, Ricky, we're going to have you up here next week, I hope, right?
Hopefully, I'm trying.
Okay. You're going to have to bring one of them boards with you.
I can't wait to get one. I got a couple of them that are already in Charlotte.
Okay. That sounds good. So,
We'll go ahead and let him go, and we'll see him
we're
next
going to
week.
go ahead and let you go, and we're going to see you next week. We're going to have you here on the show, and I will take time off and come in for that. And we are going to lunch. I will take you to lunch. My treat, we will go to lunch. All right, then. Ricky, you have a good night, and we'll push this Racing for a Cure and Veterans Driving America for you.
I appreciate it, guys. Y'all have a good weekend.
All right, you too. We'll see you later. Have fun at Talladega.
Thanks, man.
All right. We've talked to him.
Yes, we've talked to him
several times.
Yes, we have. We hadn't talked to him in a long time.
And it's been a while. And I know about this. Cliff sent me, not Cliff, Old School Cool.
Oh, Jim.
Jim Boyle sent me a link on this, and I thought that was really cool.
Yep.
So there was, and I'm going to bring this up because I thought it was great. I got to watch it. Shane Meal, Steve Meal's son,
Right.
Veteran crew chief, was hurt in a sprint car accident.
While back.
Quite a while back, almost 2 years. And he's on the road to recovery.
Yep.
There is a group, and I wish I had time to look at it, and I really don't, that has made it possible for paraplegics to drive a race car. And he got to drive here not too long ago and had it on... Are you looking for it?
Yeah, I'm trying to find it on his Road to Recovery page.
But that was just so cool that he got to get back into a race car, and I wish I knew the group that was doing this. Shane Meal drives again. 3 Wide Life did it. There it is right there.
Yeah.
On the bottom. I gotta
Just type it, Shane Neal. Just while you're doing that, just to let everybody know, Penske's penalties are still in force. They were voted against today, and they're going back on May 7th for the last appeal.
So they've went into the second appeal on
They're
that.
on the second appeal now.
They do stand as of right now.
No, as long as they're still appealing it, nobody's having to sit out the races. But what they're hoping to do is get some of this stuff reduced, whether it's dollars, whether it's getting kicked out of the track for a while type stuff,
What about any word on the Joe Gibbs?
On what on Joe Gibbs?
The motors. The connecting rods being too light. Was there any word on that today?
No,
there's huge fines on that. It was like $100,000 per.
No, it was. I think it was $200,000 smack.
It was smack, but there was some 6-week suspension for Joe Gibbs, 6 weeks suspension for Matt Kenseth, crew chief, and then TRD found 3 other motors that had one connecting rod that was, and if you want to know how much the difference was, and this is what I was
told. The weight
told,
of a dollar bill.
It was the weight, pretty much this piece of paper was the weight that was the difference. And you can talk to any motor builder and ask if that much weight is going to make a difference on one connecting rod. He'll tell you, hell no. All of them will make that difference, but that one connecting rod, that's not going to make a difference. So I'm a little bit against that fine. I think they need to relook it. Should there be something done? Maybe. But I think that's going a little over $200,000 for one fine. That's a little overboard.
Hey, what can you say?
Oh, no. Fines and suspensions in 2013.
What's happened to my last guess?
Did anybody get fined this weekend over the fight or the argument? I know on the Nationwide there was, but on the Cup size,
I don't think anything came out
with Kurt Busch and Tony Stewart.
Well, let's see. What do they got to say?
And I'll bring this up, and I am not a Kurt Busch or a Kyle Busch fan. They both got talent. Kurt Busch handled himself very well in that whole deal. I really think he did.
Well, let's see. I hate when it does that. No, I haven't seen anything on it at all. Nothing came down. I mean, I don't think anybody in the Cup Series was really called to the carpet.
Nobody got called to the trailer?
Not that I remember. Here's something here that's popping up again that I've said. Kevin Harvick's eventually going to go to Tony Stewart. Stuart Haas is trying to get the number 4.
The number 4?
Yeah.
But they're while he's still at Richard Childress, he's still
doing good.
He's still going to try to win every race that he can. Where is that? What do you see that? 4 for Harvick. Oh, there it is.
That's why I put that big ass screen out there for you.
Has applied for the trademark.
I wonder
for
what
the
happened to
4
Jeff
standard
Knight here.
character mark. Hey, put that back. I was reading that.
Oh, you want to read that? Oh, where was that?
Man. Kevin Harvick when he moves over to Stuart Haas Racing 2014.
Jeff, where are you? It's pretty bad. He
Take the
tweets
29
on
with
Twitter.
him from Richard Childress.
Or did he?
With RCR using the 3 for Austin Dillon. Some rumors the 8 could be in play.
And they might take, let's see. They might take the 29 over.
No, I'd see him doing the 4.
I wonder if...
he had the 2 in Nationwide. Kevin Harvick did.
I wonder if they still have that, if it's owned by... Oh gosh.
Morgan McClure?
Yeah, Jerry
No,
McClure
I
and those
bet
guys.
I bet that's expired.
You never know.
I think there's only...
Has anybody
They
been
can only
racing
hold on
before?
to a number so long.
Yeah, well, I mean, hey, if they keep paying for it, you know.
Yeah, but I don't see that happening. It's been a long time since Morgan McClure's run.
Yeah, I'm just curious if anybody's actually run the number 4 car at all.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, unassigned numbers, was it 4? It's still an unassigned number.
Unassigned number, yeah. Wait, go back up.
You mean go back down?
No, up there.
Huh?
Hold on, I'm looking for a number.
What number?
Okay, nobody's got it. Never mind.
What, 54?
Yep.
Works out good for car 54. Where are you?
Yep.
Especially if you was running in the back. Car 54, where are you?
If you're running in the back. But it showed up in the trucks. And it showed up in Nationwide. Kyle Busch Motorsports. Okay,
right.
Justin Fiedler has called in.
Yeah, he's already
and we were
called
supposed to be having Jeffrey Knight.
Yep.
Jeff Knight, and no word.
Yeah, he was...
What else are we going to talk about? This coming weekend, Langley, late models, South Boston, modifieds, Southside Friday night. What else is there? I don't know. What else is there going on? No, May 3rd. I've been waiting for this day for a year. It's going to be an awesome day.
Why? What's happening for May 3rd?
Iron Man 3 comes out.
Oh.
Looking
Iron Man
forward
3
to that.
comes out tomorrow, actually.
No, the 3rd.
How much you want to bet?
Midnight.
How much you want to bet?
No, it's May 3rd.
How much you want to bet?
I won't bet you. I know it is.
All right. I will prove you wrong right here.
There is somebody that is showing it earlier.
Yep, these guys right here.
Yep.
And it starts at Thursday night.
Yeah, there's Thursday night at midnight.
Nope. 9 p.m. I may go to that one tomorrow night.
There was somebody else showing it tomorrow too.
But then again, I may wait till Saturday and do a morning session.
It might be better.
Yeah, it's like I went to what was it? Oblivion on Saturday or Sunday at 2:00. 20 people.
Was that any good?
Yeah, that was good. All of a sudden, we got a bunch of sci-fi movies popping up. You notice that? Sci-fi summer.
Star Trek's coming back out.
Yep.
This year.
Into the Darkness. That's in May or June.
Yeah, May. I think in May, but there is a couple more.
That may be.
I think the Wolverine's coming
Wednesday. 15th,
The
8
15th.
p.m. Star Trek. See, once again, they're going to start these early. These guys get to start them early. I like these guys.
So. But yeah, that is one thing that we are going to go see. Probably go to Langley Saturday night. So.
We're still trying to get all geared up for Terry's ARCA. K&N race at Langley on the 22nd.
She go back up to Iowa.
Yep, she went back for 2 weeks. 14th and 15th, she'll be heading back down here again. Hopefully, finish up the rest of the sponsorships we're trying to lock down. We're actually going to have a concert, probably at the Hampton Coliseum, the night before the race.
Cool.
Be open for the military, race fans.
That would be cool.
I think the tickets for the military is going to be like half price off, and some of the monies are going to be donated to the Wounded Warrior Project or one of the others, something like that. They're still working on that with the promoter, what he's going to do. But they pretty much got a promoter already that's going to sign off on everything. They're working on it from out in Reno, Nevada.
Oh, that would be cool.
So they were talking about Marshall Tucker Band and stuff like that, Foo Fighters.
Oh, wow. That would be cool.
Yes, it would be. get some of the drivers out there too after practice because they'll be done by about 5 o'clock. A lot of the guys that I already know out there we've had on the show, and I've been out and visited with them a bit. So, but I don't know about Jeff. What happened to him? Jeff Knight, Ollie Otzen free.
Where's he at?
He is on the West Coast, and he was supposed to send me his phone number so I could text him and remind him. He was also, I sent him an email, and he even posted on his Facebook page, and some stuff he was texting back and forth with me on that. But looks like he's going to be a strikeout no-show.
That's all right. I'm tired. I'm ready to go home.
All righty.
News coming out of Laser Motorsports here soon. Very soon, sounds like.
So you think you got yourself hooked up into what, a modified?
Yeah.
Local or Southern?
A local. I'm no way doing Southern right now.
You have Tommy helping you out?
The whole crew's coming back. Tommy, Steve, everybody is coming back on. Searching a little bit of sponsorship. Anybody interested, please call. And see how it goes. But should have some announcements here pretty soon on what we're going to do and how we're going to do it.
Yep.
So I'm sitting here trying to catch up on some stuff.
That's scary.
Yeah, I know.
Well,
I don't even have, this is probably the first time I've actually looked at a computer in probably a month and a half.
Well, that's probably a good thing. Keep breaking them.
I know. Yeah, I don't break it anymore.
Well,
I got the iPhone.
Hopefully everybody enjoyed being in part of our conversations tonight, and we will see everybody next week. And hopefully have Ricky Byers up here live.
That would be nice, and I'll come in, and we'll get somebody else.
We'll have fun.
Always have fun.
Al Pierce will be back.
He's on the Kyle Petty ride, isn't he?
Kyle
I
Petty,
saw
charity
something.
ride.
I figured that's where he was today.
That's what we should have done. If I'd have known Mr. Knight wasn't going to call in, I had to probably place a call to Al and probably catch him while he's tootling down the road. Or
that would have been nice. So that really would have been nice.
May not be too late. Shall we try it just for the heck of it?
Yeah, we'll try it. We'll try it real quick. I got a couple more pages I got to look at here.
We'll keep talking then, because you don't want them hanging out there with nothing.
Oh, let's see what's going on. Weather has just been god awful lately. There's nothing on that page. Nothing else going on. Nothing put on there as Doc makes this phone call. And nothing else really. What else do you got? Go through the geez.
You got a couple of minutes? Oh, we were going to try to get an update from you from the charity ride. Well, go do your thing. All right, have fun. Okay. Bye. We caught him just getting out of the shower. He's supposed to be at someplace in about 10 minutes. So he's trying to hurry up and get rolling. They've got some charity ride event at 6:15, so it's probably like supper or something like that, like they would do.
Probably.
We should have probably called him earlier. Probably would have got a better chance. Then he'd be running late trying to get his shower done.
Probably.
Oh, gosh. All right. Once again, everybody have fun. We will catch y'all later.
See you later. Are you?
Hey guys, I'm Daytona 500 winner Trevor Bain, and thank you for watching Let's Talk Racing.
Hi, I'm Robert Richardson Jr., driver of the number 23 Dodge Challenger for R3 Motorsports in the NASCAR Nationwide Series, and you're watching Let's Talk Racing.
I'm Timothy Peter, driver of the number 17 Toyota in the NASCAR Camping World Truck Series, and you're listening to Let's Talk Racing.
driver of the 33 NASCAR Late Model, 2011 Old Dominion Speedway Track Champion. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Racing TV.
I'm Sam Hunt, driving the 42 car on the thing Let's Talk Racing.
Hi, my name is Natalie Sather. I drive the 94 K&N Lady Eagle Safety Wear, Butler built seats, bell helmets, hooker harness seat belts, number 94 at South Boston Speedway. Be sure to listen to Let's Talk